The role our own biases play in this is also really significant, isn't it? We tend to look for information that confirms what we already think, or we fill in the gaps with assumptions, especially under pressure or when we don't have all the facts. That could definitely lead to errors in judgment.
Oh, absolutely. That's precisely why having accurate mental models is so vital for building and maintaining good situational awareness. These models help us understand how things work and predict how they might behave in the future.
Which is critical in fields like.
Aviation, air traffic control, developing autonomous vehicles, even robotic space exploration anywhere, understanding and prediction are key. And the designers of these complex systems have a huge responsibility, really, to guide our attention effectively and give us the information we need to keep those mental models updated.
Understanding the end user early on must be critical.
Essential. So when we talk about complex systems, these interconnected things where the whole is, more than just the sum of its parts, situational awareness becomes a really vital component. We're constantly taking in information, often through multiple senses, and getting feedback from the system.
And this is where AI comes in strongly, providing support.
Yes, exactly. AI technologies are designed in many ways to mimic human cognitive functions, seeing, understanding, analyzing data, learning, reasoning, adapting, and they can process huge amounts of varied data, structured, unstructured, much more efficiently than we can alone. Machine learning, which is a subset of AI, uses these self-learning algorithms to analyze massive data sets, make informed decisions, and build predictive models that actually improve autonomously with more training data.
The research mentioned by Julie Chen and others really seemed to emphasize how AI, especially when combined with different types of information, multimodal approaches, can significantly boost our perception and comprehension in these complex systems.
It's a powerful combination. And then you add extended reality VR, AR, mixed reality, which offers really intuitive, immersive ways to interact with data. These systems can track movements, gestures, orientation.
So they can interpret physical scenes using algorithms?
Precisely. And when you integrate XR with things like the Internet of Things, you can create these 3D situational awareness systems combining environmental perception with real-time navigation data via augmented reality, giving users integrated information.
And reinforcement learning was mentioned too, having unique characteristics.
Yes, reinforcement learning is particularly interesting because it can provide sustainable, predictive, and decision-making layers within situational awareness systems. Think about military defense applications, robust target monitoring, identification, tracking, or in disaster management, accurately monitoring and predicting events.
But there's a challenge there with understanding how the models work, right? Interpretability.
That's often the catch with very complex models, yes. Understanding the why behind the AI's conclusion can be difficult.
It's fascinating to trace this all the way back.
Yeah.
Situational awareness wasn't just invented recently. It goes back to prehistoric hunters needing to read subtle cues in their environment just to survive.
Absolutely. Right up to today's world, which is saturated with information. Being aware of what's going on has always been fundamental to human survival and, well, thriving. From tool-making Homo habilis through the Industrial Revolution to our digital age. Access to information enhances learning, improves living standards.
But the challenge has shifted, hasn't it? The prehistoric hunter dealt with immediate environmental cues. We're dealing with information overload, misinformation, AI, automation.
It's a totally different landscape. The difficulty now is often filtering through the sheer volume, finding what you actually need, and just maintaining focus amidst constant potential distractions.
Which brings us to people like BJ Fogg and Nir Eyal, looking at behavior design and how to manage attention in this age of distraction, understanding those internal triggers, external triggers, and planning problems.
Exactly. Those seem like really crucial skills for maintaining situational awareness in everyday modern life. And the sources list factors that cause us to lose situational awareness. Fatigue, distractions, stress, high workload, vigilance failures, information presented poorly, forgetting key things, poor mental models.
And the result, poor decisions, taking unnecessary risks, unsafe behaviors.
It all connects.
Looking ahead, those predictions from Leopold Aschenbrenner about AI reaching human-level cognition soon, maybe 2027, taking over cognitive jobs, and then potentially reaching superintelligence by 2030. That's quite something to consider.
It really is. The idea that AI could move beyond just internet data, exhibiting unexpected self-taught skills, that black box phenomenon, again, it does raise profound questions. There are parallels drawn to the mysteries of our own brains, which we don't fully understand either.
But there's also the potential upside, right? AI tools helping less skilled workers perform closer to expert levels, leading to more human AI teams.
Yes, that seems very likely. The focus then shifts heavily towards effective human-system collaboration. And that really emphasizes the need for human-centered AI design, making sure the AI genuinely supports human cognition and performance rather than hindering it or taking over completely.
Ultimately, it really sounds like situational awareness isn't just for specialized roles like police or pilots. It's for everyone, more a mindset than just a skill.
I think that's right. And the enemies of it, distraction, complacency, boredom, even denial, are things we all face. The advice to actively practice it in all environments, to try and spot those warning signs before something happens, that seems very sound. Threats rarely appear out of thin air. Often the signs were there but were missed.
That resonates, and it makes Alvanoi's point quite poignant, the argument that computers can't truly think, because thinking involves resistance, learning through lived experience, being makers of meaning, not just word generators like LLMs trained on data sets.
It's a caution against perhaps a devolution of human capabilities if we rely too heavily on AI without maintaining our own awareness and critical thinking.
Definitely food for thought. And there's a really great list of further reading here covering everything from the theories, measurement, training, history, misconceptions, practice, its role through history, human AI teams, AI versus ML distinctions, the can AI think debate, AI and multimodal systems, potential economic impacts, complex systems generally, the decade ahead, even a recent air crash lesson from January 2025 about training for rare emergencies. Lots to dig into.
A very comprehensive list.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, it's clear that situational awareness, while it might sound straightforward, is actually incredibly layered. It's this constantly evolving ability, and it's just crucial for navigating our increasingly complex world, both at work and just, well, living.
That's right. It really prompts you to consider how situational awareness functions in your own daily life. How do you manage information? How aware are you in different environments?
And maybe a final thought to leave folks with. As these AI systems get more integrated into our lives, becoming more sophisticated at perceiving and predicting, how will our own need for and our practice of this fundamental situational awareness need to adapt? What are the potential implications for our own agency, our own understanding of the world?
Those are some really big, important questions to mull over. And for anyone wanting to explore further, we absolutely recommend checking out those further reading materials mentioned. There's a wealth of knowledge there on all sorts of facets of situational awareness and how it connects with technology and our own minds.